Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news.
It's very outside of the box.
Nailed it.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. Shout out
From A to B.
Shattered Is that you? Shattered Cast.
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast on
Complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Shatteredcast Uncut, episode 317. That's right, 317 inches deep inside your mom. No, I'm kidding. Nice. I'm your host, Oscar Alonso. I'm so mature. And joining me tonight is the Furious 4 -1. He'll be joining us later on this evening. Coming up first to bat, he's everyone's favorite Hasbro champion, the one, the only, Robert D.
Rota. Hello. How are you, Oscar?
I am great.
Yeah,
I'm great. Got a lot of things cooking, man. Big news.
You smell what you're cooking? Or? Huh? All right.
I smell a promotion in my future. That's what I'm smelling.
Nice. That's nice.
So, good times.
Rota.
Times.
So, yeah, and speaking of good times, this guy's the king of good times. Many a women still dream of his touch, the way he would nuzzle their neck, and he would say, "I love Transformers." Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Ah, I could swear that'd be Justin. His voice is,
Fun fact, Deluxe's Plenty of Fish screen name was Creamy Legend.
It was. I was on Plenty of Fish, actually, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways, hey there, everybody.
I was too, brother. That was my single mom phase.
Do you remember when Matt was originally, he was the Creamy Legend, and then he was promoted to Deluxe, and then you promoted him to Voyager, and then you demoted him back to Deluxe? I remember I was riding my bike through Prospect Park, and I was listening to that, and I was just losing my shit laughing while trying to exercise.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Oh, yeah.
They always do.
Pepperidge.
And speaking of farms, this guy is always at that bar near that popular farm. And all the other patrons know that while I was sitting there drinking, the UPS guys fucking their wives. In reality, it was him. He is the world's smartest Transformer fan. Don't bother Googling it because it's just going to get him all the time. The one, the only, and of course,
Scarface!
Sounds
Whoa,
weird.
Where'd that come
from? Yeah, big news about him too, but we'll talk about that in a bit.
You got coronavirus!
The coronavirus himself, the man who just looks at the coronavirus and it just turns into lime. T2RX6.
What a disgusting virus. I cannot stand the taste of that virus.
When Justin looks at the coronavirus, it just disappears like Galvatron transforming. The last, which one was that? I don't even know anymore.
Yeah, last night, I think. Was it last night? Matt, which one was the one that he ended up turning into little blocks and flying around?
Yeah, that was
Age of Extinction.
Yeah, that's right.
That's Galvatron, actually. It wasn't Megatron.
I said Galvatron.
That's what he said, yeah.
Oh, my
yeah,
bad,
but
sorry.
it's a Galvatron that sounded like Generation 1 Mega. They got that shit so backwards. Anyway.
Well, Megatron did make him, though. So it he had his personality. No, that was weird.
Yeah, but, like Frank Welker's Galvatron was a better suited voice for that. I think it would have been here in his G1 Galvatron. But on to cool things. Anybody get anything? Robert?
They really should have done him in Cobra Commander's voice. And it really confused people because they'd be like, "That's Starscream." You'd be like, "No, that's Cobra Commander, but it's actually Galvatron now." Anyway, what did I get? I didn't get any Transformers. What I did do is I sent some masks over to some friends in Hong Kong. They're really, it's really a mass hysteria over there. I mean, from what, maybe I'm wrong, but from what I understand is it's really not such a serious thing. It's kind of like catching a cold. You have a fever, cough.
I don't know. A lot of people are saying it is. I mean, you're getting it from both sides. people are saying don't worry about it, but then you're actually getting video proof that people are dying over there in the streets of this stuff.
I don't know. I mean, it's got to be other things though. Like it could be like they're not getting it treated.
Okay? It could be, and they could be older age people. Older.
Yeah.
That was my
weaker
understanding.
immune systems.
Yeah, it's people like that like elderly, infirm, and really young with weak immune systems. It's like it's not the virus that kills you. This isn't like some zombie thing. It's
it starts everything else.
Right, you get pneumonia because you can't get the fluid. You have a respiratory infection.
But
so
I mean, if that stuff gets out, I mean, we have older people over here too. I mean, it's just
no, we don't.
It's just
no, we don't. Don't put out the United States weakness to
no,
anybody.
we don't.
It's
no old people. We're all.
If you Google like this season flu, right? Last time I checked, like a week or two ago, it was something like 22 million people on the planet caught it. 8 million were hospitalized and 55,000 deaths from the flu. You know, but it's just because it's a new strain of a virus, so there's no vaccine yet. And apparently it takes like 2 weeks to incubate like a flu, but you apparently get sick really fast, really bad, really bad, really fast. But I mean, I don't
keep sleeping on it.
I don't know if I don't know what they're going through over there, but I know in Hong Kong it's like mass hysteria. Like people are gouging. They're charging like $10 for one disposable mask. Meanwhile, it's $10.
They're quarantining people. They're quarantining like big cities. I mean, they're really big cities. There, people can't go in and out. And stuff.
I mean, I PM'd Tony. I was like, oh fuck, what about like our friends over there? Like these guys that we
Terry.
Did you ask Terry if he needed masks?
No, he's fine. He said they're doing okay.
Inoculation. Terry.
He's fine. He has the KO version of a mask.
Aww.
See where that gets you.
He has legit masks too. He carries the KOs and the legit.
Tony carries knockoffs too. I don't want to hear that shit. Come on now.
But yeah, I reached out to him.
And
he was like, I was like, do you need masks? And he was like, yes. Can you get any? And then I never checked.
I'll reach out to Terry again and see if he needs them.
I mean, they're just nowhere on the shelves over there. And like people ordered, apparently Tony was telling me that people in China and Hong Kong ordered from Amazon, and for some reason their shipments got blocked. Like they can't get them. So like the $10 a mask when it's $10 for 50 in a box. And so, I was like, oh, let me go see. And I went to the pharmacy, and I went to a few pharmacies today, and they were all out of stock. Like one was like, oh, we'll have a shipment at 2:00, but it's 1 box per customer. Like they're really being rationed out. And then I was like, what about a nail salon distributor? Because I always see them wearing masks, not the distributors, but the people that work in nail salons. And I went in there, and they had a shelf of boxes, and there was like a Chinese woman taking pictures of the different types of masks, obviously trying to see which ones someone over there needed. And I was like, excuse me. And I just like grabbed 10 fucking boxes, and she started freaking out.
She's like, oh, Gojira, no.
No! I was like, you snooze, you rude.
That's why I wonder, and shout out to Realm of Collectors, I wonder what would happen if I just let Robert D. and Chris Pinkerton loose in downtown Tokyo. Would they freak out? Put them both in a Godzilla suit. One in a Godzilla suit, one in like a Ghidorah. Just see what would happen. Like, holy shit, they're huge. Oh, it's finally happened, coronavirus.
It's a King Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh, no, wait, it's just Italian Brooklyn guy with shirt off. Same thing.
He smells like spaghetti.
Not anymore. I've been on a diet. I've been on a diet for 3 weeks now. It's been working out.
Good, man.
I'm down 3 pant sizes. It's wild.
That's good. You still got a big head, though.
In my crotch.
And a stretched out neck on his shirt.
But look, I'll tell you. In all seriousness to our listeners, look, we've been harassing these people overseas for a long time. They certainly all of us collectors, did you get it yet? Did you get tracking? It broke. He replaced. Sure, they make a profit, but still, you have a relationship with these people, and I'm sure you would be happy if something bad happened to them either.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's no harm in just reaching out, say, hey, do you need medical masks?
Exactly. From your Terrys to your Tonys to your Sarahs over there. Remember her?
Right, Sarah. Sarah's young.
I just reached out. I just PM Terry and everything. I know. I mean, we talk actually. I mean, we talked about it. I know about his family. He just had a kid recently and everything, and so me and Terry, talk a lot. And he's a good dude. So, I'm reach out to him. I want to see if he can come on around 30 one time or something like that. But I don't think his English is that good. So.
You have something in common.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I have my English is trash.
All right, so what'd you get this week, Robert? With the PS.
Moving along.
I had ordered I ordered a really expensive canvas for my office, and it came with the frame broken, so I'm really pissed off. But I've just been setting up my my office. It's been over a month now, so I guess with Chinese New Year, nothing's really come. You know, I mean, and I don't go hunting. You know, I don't have the chops. No, I'm not fit enough, and I don't have the chops or the bravery to hunt in the wild.
I just don't have the patience to hunt anymore. So I mean,
Earthrise came out. I'm gonna go start looking for Earthrise stuff. So
grab me a grapple. All right.
Okay. If I see one, I'll get you one. You'll get it before you'll get over there before I will, probably.
No, well, this is fucking Florida. Like, we haven't even gotten, like, we have, like, my Walmart's just now started carrying sound waves, the G1 sound wave.
Oh, yeah.
Just now.
They're on clearance everywhere.
Yeah, they're on clearance at every other Walmart in America except for Florida.
Yeah, but am I crazy, Oscar and Matt and Justin? But aren't they the reissues really expensive?
They are a little overpriced.
Pricey, yeah.
Soundwave's $50.
Soundwave's $50. Optimus Prime for just his cab was $50 fucking dollars.
Come on.
Yeah, that was too much for Optimus.
Like back in the 80s, man, how much did he run for? I want to say like 30.
I thought it was like 20.
25 probably.
Yeah, I think it was like 20 for the whole thing. And obviously there's inflation costs and all that stuff that's gone on. Like, you know, it's unreasonable to expect to get the trailer and stuff for 20, but for 50, like $60 max, you should have got Prime and his trailer, I feel like.
Yeah. So, I mean, I remember my dad, when my dad bought me those Constructicons, he said they cost 30, but he said he got more value because there was 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Optimus Prime. So, I mean,
most people are waiting. I bought Starscream first, but I waited for like Hot Rod when he came out. I waited and I got him for like $10, I think. So if you just wait around, they will go on. I mean, I think people are getting the tapes for like, $5 or something like that.
I had no interest in acquiring it. I wanted to get it from my buddy Ryan, who's starting off his own little G1 collection, and he broke down and just paid the $50. And I said, you should have waited, dude. Like, you should have just, fucking waited. And they probably would have dropped down to 30. Because, I mean, I picked up my G1 Hot Rod for like 17, I think. And that's because I made them price match the website at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't paying $20, not for $30.
My Walmart has never gotten any of those G1 reissues in, which really just kind of sucks. Like, I haven't seen any of those. Right now, I see whatever Siege. I've seen the Hound Wave, and only like 2 figures
wave
from
1.
it. Yeah, and that's it. Like, I haven't seen anything else. So like, my Walmart just sucks.
Is Hound Wave a Jeep with a cassette player in his hood?
Yes, it is. But I mean, like, and it's only the problem with my Walmart, like, or the Walmarts around here, like Target. If I go to there, like, they will have the new stuff in, like. But the problem is Target's not like 10 minutes from my house, so.
Yeah. You know what you guys need when you go hunting? You got to use like a Transformers blind and hide in it. For when the stock boys come out.
Oh, like a
shoot
him! Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Target is the one that has the Earthrise stuff now. I think they're the ones getting their stuff in.
And Target's always been good about that. I feel like Walmart doesn't really actually care. So, whatever happens for Walmart.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the toy section. There's like 4, I mean, maybe 3 rows of toys now. I remember when the toy section was huge.
Yeah.
Back in the day, but now it's
because I have 2 in my immediate area, 2 Walmarts I could go to. One is very Nerf gun heavy.
And Lego. Dude, it's Lego heavy.
That's one aisle. That's all in its own aisle. But it's very Nerf gun heavy. And then the one that I normally do my light weekend shopping at on Saturdays is they have action figures, but it goes from like DC, Marvel Legends, Power Rangers, Transformers, And then there's like fucking video game figures like Fortnite
yeah,
or
a lot of that
fucking
shit.
Bendy the Ink Machine or some shit like
Yeah,
that. Or
yeah, we get that stuff too.
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah, it's just it's just absurd. So, all right, so Robert, did you get anything? Matthew, did you get anything?
I gotta laugh. I don't. Only thing I got was talking about. I got the Civil Warrior General Grant. He's the War Within Optimus Prime with the trailer. He comes with the trailer and the wings that it transforms into. So, and I was just mentioning at the beginning, I'm going to do a comparison with the Sparks toys, and I never reviewed it, and I just transformed him, and he is fucking awesome. I forgot how good this thing is. Really solid, great paint. I mean, it's got some good weight to it.
You should have some
got
good
a lot of
hate
hate to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm
Pick
serious.
it up,
I mean,
it was like fuck you, Baldwin. Fuck.
this thing is solid as fuck. So I never did a review of this guy. I may go back and review this guy. But
what happened? I mean, do you really think that they just kind of, because they were impressive, you know?
Yeah,
you think they just invested their money in the wrong place? Is that
I don't know.
I think probably, dude. Honestly, like you're doing two characters that have been done to death, right? Although I'll give them credit, it was, it's not a.
Nobody done these though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like it's a set that no one else had done except Hasbro with their titanium line. And
that
so,
Grimlock would have sold.
Yeah, it would have. I think
they should have gone with that first, because at the time they debuted, remember everyone was still fucking Dinobot crazy.
Yeah.
I think it was smart to go with Optimus Prime. It's always good to go with Optimus Prime, and it's the same character, but it's a new character because nobody made these. I mean, their Megatron was really good, and like I said, we saw the Dinobot 4 years ago, or Grimlock, and I was waiting for that one too to come out, and it just never did. And I don't know, man. I just don't know.
I disagree with the Optimus Prime being the first, because at the time of its release, man, people had more options.
Yeah, and it's so stylized, It's
a style that wasn't very popular, but still original in its execution. But in the end, I think they probably would have made a bigger bang if they went for a Dinobot set.
Yeah,
because
it's so beefy. People will take that. They're like, oh yeah, beefy bot.
That's true. And in the end, really, Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
So that's all I got.
Justin, what'd you get this week?
So I got a couple things. I got
bear legs.
No bear legs this time. I got a custom Snake Eyes head for the Modern Ninja, which I didn't have a Modern Ninja for a while because mine was broken and I had to send it back. But then I
found mine.
Nice. We'll have to talk after show. Yes. But so I ended up getting that Snake Eyes head, and then I ended up getting the Modern Ninja. Then I got from BBTS, I got what did I get from BBTS? I got the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, white, red, green, pink, and that's it. Yeah, those 4 Rangers. So that's cool. Replacing my figure arts that I sold off, and kind of am sad I sold, and they're probably not as good, but it's fine.
Look, my experience with the Hasbro Lightning Collection is I actually think the execution is beautiful.
Yeah,
in that. It
well,
really is.
And that's kind of what I heard. I've heard like the things you can do with the Lightning Collection is actually really good. Like maybe like standing there, they may not look quite as good as the figure arts, but like the things that they can do is actually better than the figure arts. I said, why not?
And there are head over heels better than the Bandai sets.
Yeah.
That were being released.
And I'm just not willing to spend like $800 to replace my figure arts ones. So it's not gonna happen.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I definitely hear you.
So whatever. I got that. I got the figure arts Boba Fett. He showed up from Robert's favorite company. I got a Mechanic Studios Flame Commander, and he's not bad. He's pretty cool.
I like him too.
Yeah,
I like him too.
I like him quite a bit.
Mechanic Studios Flame Commander.
It's their version of Rodimus. Yeah. And he's
Legends Plus.
Yeah, it does the
bigger.
MP. What is it? 09? Is that the Rodimus? I think it does the MP09 trick of having a hot rod mode and a Rodimus mode.
It kind of does.
Yeah, like it's too big for hot rod. It's the same problem as MP09 in a sense that hot rod is not going to scale properly with anything. Yeah, and so it's fine. And like
did you get the Diaclone figure with it?
What's that?
Did you get the little Diaclone figure with it?
Yeah, he's cool.
Nice.
He's fun.
I love that thing. It's pretty cool.
And the hot rod, the thing is like this. Like I can't wait to film the review on it because like it's like don't blink or you're gonna miss the transformation from hot rod to Rodimus. It's like you just clip on the legs. You're like done.
Oh really? I thought it was
got
like
a bigger spoiler too, but I mean it's
I thought it was the original MP. Like he just got fat.
Yeah.
Like you stretch out the front fenders there, and it's like, oh look, it's Rodimus Prime. He's fucking dad bod.
Yeah, there's literally nothing to the transformation. They're like slap on the gray leg covers, and he's done. I'm like, oh, okay. So I mean, he's fine though. Like I think he works as a Rodimus Prime. I'm fine with it. I really like him too.
They got the Terror one coming out too.
Yeah, I think I just saw that. I think I'm gonna have to get that because like he's $50 and he's fun. I like him. So.
Oh, the Winnebago part is really awesome too. I mean, it's really nice.
Yeah, definitely. So I got him. What else did I get this week? I got from my someone in my community. His name's Ben. I've talked about him before. He did my custom Detox shelf. He runs Collector Crafts. I don't know if some people know him. I know some of the people in our circle know of his thing, and he makes little like accessories and stuff for figures. And he made a adapter for the Make Toy Starscream to put the MP44 Starscream head on it.
Oh,
and
nice.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Like it looks really good. And he gave that to me. And some cannons for the MP Prowl. So go check that out. He's also got one for if anyone's hanging on to their MP11 Starscream. He also has one for that one to put that head on, but I don't know if that necessarily would work for me. I mean, it wouldn't work for me. I sold my MP11. But yeah, so that was cool to get that, and I look forward to kind of putting that on and shooting a little something about it real quick. So.
Hey, Oscar, what'd you get, fella?
I got Iron Factory. I'm just gonna say its real names. I forgot what they called it. The Helix. They're a tribute to Helix from the Decepticon Justice Edition.
Oh yeah, nice.
Big blue. Came in a big friggin' box, and I love this dude.
Yeah, you got the Monkey Man arms.
Yeah, Monkey Man.
Yeah, he's really articulate. He's really, well articulated for such a beefy figure.
He is on par with like a freaking Hasbro Deluxe.
He feels like it honestly feels like a reformatted figure. It's so solid and big.
Yeah. Are you getting all of them, Oscar?
I just need one more, Bubba.
Oh, nice.
So I got him. I also picked up the Iron Factory Cliff Jumper.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like him.
From messing with the Helix to the Iron Factory Cliff Jumper, it's like apples and oranges, man. I went from like this big hefty bot, then I pick up Cliff Jumper, it's like, oh my god, I almost crushed him. So it's still a great piece. And then my pre-order from Amazon a while ago finally came in. I got a Scavenger for the Studio Series Devastator set.
Oh yeah, nice.
So waiting on the last two of them to fucking drop so I can finally complete that monstrosity and probably sell it. Yeah, I just want to combine it to see how it looks before I make that decision.
Oh, that's not so ugly.
I can see you combining it. You stare at it for a second. You're like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
I am satisfied.
And
let's get on eBay.
End scene.
Yeah, and I don't know if you counted buying it, but Josh Fisher from Shit Piece Masterpiece Theater.
He's a good dude.
Turned me on to OBS Studio. I felt really bad because last week I forgot the guy's name. Downloaded it, did a few test runs, made some official videos for the making of making of Ask Whirl. So it's worked out great. So big shout out to him. He and I talk a lot. You know, I think he's a great guy.
Shout out to you, Country.
Yeah, Country.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
I remember I saw him with his daughter when I was rolling up to TFCon, just in Reston this past TFCon. And it was so great, just pulling into the hotel and seeing him there. And I was just like, ah! It was great seeing him. It was a great first face to see.
Yeah, he's really good, dude. He's done a lot for the community.
Yep. So, let's move on to.
He didn't recognize me. He fucking beat me over the head with his peg.
He took his leg off and beat you?
Nice. Like, get away from me! Who the hell are you?
As you do.
Don't touch my titties.
Stop grabbing my nipples! I don't know you, sir.
And that is a spot-on impression too.
Me for a moment.
Yeah, it was spot on, but not really.
My name is Josh Fisher.
No, I'm in the ROC. You don't know it, you better find out. America.
He talks like that all the time. Doesn't matter if he's talking about going to Chick-fil-A or whatever. He's just like, yeah, we're going to go head over to Chick-fil-A. Get some nuggets. I don't like pickles on my sandwiches.
You got your ROC shirt on? You better have your shirt on.
Sure. Put that shirt on. I'm going to beat you over the head again.
We met him 2 years ago at the TFCon in Chicago, I think. Didn't you make it the one in Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good dude.
Chicago. Oscar go.
Well, we got. I guess. You want to talk about conventions? We got convention news.
Oh my.
ERHMAGHERD, it's BAWTKAHN.
The subject is finally filled with something. Wow.
I know.
Oh, that's what that says. ERHMAGHERD. It's BAWTKAHN. BAWTKAHN.
The BAWTKAHN's coming back in 2021 of summer.
I can't wait. Are they going to have their overpriced little exclusives of,
I hope so. I'm excited, man.
I'm really sorry about that.
Right. We just moved on. We're talking about BAWTKAHN. I'm excited because it's another Transformer convention. A lot of people may not like how BAWTKAHN, ran or whatever, or, blah, blah, this, but we are spoiled. Mm-hmm. I mean, do you not understand how hard, to run a Transformer convention?
Oh, yeah, we absolutely.
And everything. So you may not like BAWTKAHN, you may not want to go, but it's a chance for other people to have an experience of going to a convention for Transformers. And I think it's fucking awesome that we're getting BAWTKAHN back because, like I said, I had fun. I went to 5 of them, actually. And they're not terrible. They're just like TFCon.
They're just horribly overpriced.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
but you don't have to buy that stuff. You go out into the the showroom and you can buy stuff. There's good prices. Now there are exclusive. The exclusives are kind of expensive, and hopefully they make
I know their reputation for their exclusives. Some of them having horrific QC issues. Like my experiences with TFCon exclusive have not been, to the exception of one. That was the Diaclone Ironhide. But like every other exclusive I've had from a TFCon has been right on the money compared to when I bought like the BAWTKAHN Seekers, Rainmakers.
Well, that's to be fair, that's not even TFCon exclusive. That's like Make Toys or their exclusives.
Yeah, but I mean, like I think the takeaway from it is like a lot of times it's like things are either shoehorned into characters that like who really cares about a lot of them, and then there's just a lot of quality issues. Like if you are like people will be complaining about like the Ocular Max, Mirage. If the Ocular Max Mirage, like 9 out of 10 people got one missing a part or with a wrong piece or something broken.
With the character-wise, what were you talking about? I think BAWTKAHN, it was not their fault. They had to work with what Hasbro
gave. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
I mean, everybody knows that. So it wasn't really their fault. They, like some of the, the Combiner War stuff, like later on, like 2015, 2016.
I forgot what an apologist you could be sometimes.
I'm just saying. I mean, there's always, people bitching about stuff, but like I said, BAWTKAHN had to work with what they had, so they had to do combined reward stuff and everything. And so I don't know for sure if Hasbro is going to be behind this BAWTKAHN or not. I'm kind of hoping not, so that BAWTKAHN can do their own thing and maybe bring on third-party stuff and do exclusives for them. I think that'd be pretty fucking sweet. It may not, but we'll see. But like I said, I'm excited. Another convention that has people have a chance to go to. You don't have to go to it.
This is what I'm thinking though, right? Conventions, it's a pricey affair regardless, and before TFCon really picked up, everybody would go to that. That was your convention, and people be like having their parts parties, and that's where you would go for the third party maybe. But then,
yeah, and it's true. The thing that I think kind of makes it dicey though is like with the prominence of third party now. Like that muddied a lot of the waters.
Yeah. They took out third party for a couple of the BAWTKAHNs and there.
Yeah, which companies got booted out? TF Source was one of them.
Big Back Toy Store, I think.
Yeah, BBTS I think said they weren't going to come because of that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So they're going to have to be more lenient because third party now is just
the problem is though, like, can you be more lenient? Like,
I mean, if you want to attract the people who are going to really come and spend, and this isn't meant to offend any of the collectors out there, it's just like third-party collectors tend to spend more money. The figures cost more. So you want to bring in what do you want to consider them whales? You have to attract them, you know? And maybe they'll also go check out the other stuff and patronize you too. Because they love Transformers, but if you're cutting out a significant portion of what they patronize, you're not attracting them. And there are a lot of them that do have the nose in the air, They have to see what they want to go see, so you cut them out. How are you going to get...
That is true. You're going to have to include third party.
Why don't you guys explain this to me, because I'm stupid. I was out of the loop for a while. What is the big ordeal? Because I'm seeing a lot of memes pop up about this guy named Pete and BAWTKAHN.
Pete was the head of it before, yeah.
He
has one now. It's called PeteCon. He's had a couple of them. Pete Convention.
Pete's Robot Con or something.
Pete's Robot Con, something like that. He has what they do outside of Kentucky and stuff.
Now, does he have anything? Because was this person bad? What are the accusations against him that he's become a meme?
So one of the problems with a lot of stuff that BAWTKAHN did with him at the helm is like they never progressed into modern times. Like the websites sucked. It's like you couldn't like place an order on the website. Like if you want to, you can fax in your credit card number. Like who the fuck's faxing a credit card number at this point?
I remember that. I remember faxing in trying to get to BAWTKAHN. I remember faxing in.
Yeah, or like call their customer service, and then like. Even with all that shit, they still had like credit cards being stolen, like they got hacked or something. It's like how does
that?
Yeah, their software was not there. Wasn't good.
Like how do you have a website that doesn't take credit card payments, but somehow my information's still been hacked from you and stuff like that, and yeah.
So in summation, is this guy associated with the BAWTKAHN revival?
That I don't know.
Nobody knows yet.
Okay, thank you for explaining that. And for those of you listening that didn't know the deal, I just purposely made myself look like an ass so I can find out.
Nobody knows. I mean, all the really they announced they did some updates to their their online site and everything, and they just announced that BAWTKAHN 2021 summer. Nobody really knows who's going to be associated with it, or I don't think very much. There might be some other information. Dakota, if anybody knows Dakota off Primal Sabbath, he's on Stasis Lock. Goddamn, couldn't think of it. Stasis Lock and everything.
It's the gentleman's show, Matthew. The gentleman's show.
I know. But he knows a lot. He keeps up to date. He knows the people and everything. So he knows a lot about. I don't think he can give out any information because I've tried to get some. But
I think this might be the same Dakota years ago. I had it back and forth with, and I was saying what a pile of shit their exclusives was, and he was trying to show me.
He does defend. He's a big,
must be the same guy.
He's a good dude though. He's a wonderful man.
I'm sure he is. I just didn't agree with his opinion, and he didn't agree with mine. So we just agreed to disagree.
The thick him.
He does back the Transformer Collector Club and everything, and when they are doing stuff, they went out of business. But Generation Select actually took over, I think, for the TFCC. So when they're doing stuff, but yeah, BAWTKAHN's coming back. Nobody knows a lot really right now. It's in the hush hush, but stay tuned if you want to go to a BAWTKAHN.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, all the drama that came with old BAWTKAHN doesn't come with this. Like, I mean, that's really what it needs. And
good, yeah.
I don't know. I definitely don't know how you end up getting away from the third-party aspect of Transformers. Like, you can't hate your fans for liking this stuff, and you really can't blame the vendors for buying it, I guess. Like, if you really feel strongly about it, find a way to go after the companies. Like, that's really all you can do.
This discussion is making me extremely nostalgic. So I'm trying to remember, what was it we used to say back then? Oh yeah, it was make what the people want.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
well, third party's taken over. I mean, it's so huge now. If you make a convention for Transformers, you have to include third party because it's run amok. I mean, you have to. I mean, everybody wants
it's too far gone anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you at BAWTKAHN will have to catch up with the times and say, they're going to try. A couple of BAWTKAHNs they tried. They banned third party, and I think it suffered. It may not have suffered a whole lot, but I think it did. And you're going to have to include third party in this convention because you're going to miss out on a lot of people not going.
Well, I don't think they will. If this is like, if this is just something that Hasbro's sanctioning, right, but it's not officially Hasbro, they're going to keep their rules, They're not going to all of a sudden cater to the third party stuff. But one way to really keep interest going is keep licensing this stuff to other companies like Flame Toys and what's the other one?
3A.
3A, like that shit. If you had a giant area of all their shit, I would really want to go.
Yeah, well, and I know, like, I don't know how many third-party companies would want to deal with it, but, like, I always go and think, like, if only Hasbro actually licensed and, that Fans Toys, not Motormaster, could just be called fucking Motormaster, like...
Yeah.
And Hasbro can take a little cut off of it and make profit off of something they didn't have to design. They just got, like, yes, we approve of this. This looks great, something like that. I mean, I guess you start playing in gray areas because, a lot of these third-party companies are like, don't give a shit using the particular truck it is, But, you understand what I'm saying.
Again, the nostalgia, like I'm overdosing on it, but I remember we saw the reveal of the Combiner Wars Motormaster at BAWTKAHN. And the silence on Skullface's end was that because he just sat there and he was quiet. And I remember him going, "That looks like a
no, that wasn't BAWTKAHN. That was it BAWTKAHN or was it the?
No, New York Toy Fair.
Yeah, New York Comic Con. Because I thought the Superion was a knockoff. I told everybody that it was a knockoff, and then I found out it wasn't, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, Bobby, like that Manosaur looks like a shitty custom.
Oh,
he just sounds so disappointed, and he reviewed it.
Him and Defensor, man, Defensor like you, Ray. I mean, it was. I liked their Bruticus and their Superion for Combiner Wars. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good, but their Manosaur and
were excellent. Yeah, I love them. I liked them a lot also, but they failed on that fucking motor. They failed on a Stunticon set, even the fan mode, which, I really thought it helped it, but in the end, it's a fan mode. It's not official, you know. And same thing with that god awful fucking Defensor set. Like, we got a Groove that was a Legends class figure, so we can make way for Rook, but then you could attach Groove to Rooks in leg mode, so it looks like it's Groove. I don't know, that series was all over the place.
Yeah.
Ooh, who fell?
Ain't me.
All right, I was petting Gator. Sorry.
I remember that review Bobby did with the Manosaur when he fucking isn't that the toy that he hit with a? No, that was the TFC Hound that he hit with a shovel. Yeah. He hit it with a shovel.
No, he did he tie it to his car and split it apart?
That was at the end of it, but yeah, he was like, "Life's a ditch."
Which ones did him and his friends shoot at? Was that Blitzwing?
Yeah.
It was his first music video. No, his second one. I want to say. No, it was his first one. Yeah. Because
Was it DX9 Blitzwing or a KFC?
No, it was a fucking no, dude. It was a Hasbro. I think it was let me message this motherfucker, see if he'll let me know. But while I'm doing that, we're on to the Shameful Treason. That is third party. The Mech Fans Toys Black Flame Commander.
Racist. Yeah, this is the terror. This is the terror one.
Yeah.
Ah.
You know,
Terror show the robot mode yet.
Terror has been a figure. The Unique Toys Terror has been a figure that has eluded me. Like this is, I think I'm gonna have to get it. You know what?
The DX9.
If I the DX9 one. I have never ever gotten him.
Right, Terror. You got the wrong figure.
Matt, since you have this figure, you know the only thing I don't really like about it. The freaking box is enormous.
Oh, it's so long.
I'm like, why the hell did you need such a big box for this figure?
I
don't love your sex tape.
Justin, didn't you make the spear thing for Terror?
I did, yeah.
But you never had one?
No, I borrowed yours, I think.
Oh, that's wild.
You mean the Reaper?
Mm-hmm.
You made the Reaper for it. It's not a spear thing.
Yeah, it was the thing to plug in the I forget, an effect part to make
Scythe,
it
yes.
a scythe. Yeah.
There we go. We were both wrong, Robert.
Dude, I love the Hot Rod trailer. I love the trailer, how it opens up, and it's got a lot of details in it, a lot of paint on it, and it's fun. The Target Master's pretty cool too, and yeah, I'm definitely gonna get this. It's their own. It's not a knockoff. This is their own mold or whatever.
It's good. I mean,
why am I only seeing one photo of it though?
They don't have any other ones. They don't have ones of the.
Yeah, don't click the Weeaboo link because goddamn, thank God for auto translate.
The only thing about the figure is like, you know, it is a good figure. I like it a lot. I do kind of wish that maybe it was just turned into Rodimus, because like I probably will never transform it into Hot Rod car or robot mode just because the size doesn't work.
Hey, fuck you.
Yeah, but I mean Rodimus looks great. So
it is goofy as Hot Rod. They just should have named it Rodimus and not even threw in that stuff and took off like $10.
I just see one photo. What are you guys looking at?
Matt and I are talking of experience because we own the Hot Rod version of the toy. Or the Rodimus version, not the Hot Rod. So
real
crazy. Yeah, they shouldn't have did the Hot. I mean, it's a nice little nod, I guess, but it's not needed at all. I mean, it doesn't look like Hot Rod at all. So
no.
But I'm in for this one.
Yeah,
real
me too.
Real tear.
So speaking of I don't know if you guys looked into this when I added it to the notes today. So someone's telling me this is a custom. Other people saying this is actual Toyworld's take on Beast Wars Dinobot Grimlock.
I think it's a custom, but they've been trying to release this Toyworld Grimlock forever. They did a Beast Wars, like the Beast Wars, the second one, a Transmetal. It's been supposed to be coming out like months ago, and it still hasn't been released. And I think this guy or somebody did a custom of this guy.
Well, this is something that they have at least teased that they're gonna have this particular possible paint job. The only thing that I saw is I saw some on TFW. There were in-hand images of the like weathered paint job Grimlock and then the metallic version. They both look decent. I do feel like the pictures that they kind of, showed what it's gonna look better, like the hand painted version than what the actual production version ends up looking like. But I mean, it's not bad. It looks good.
This looks pretty good.
Are they doing this just because they could never match, like they couldn't hope to release a real Beast Wars Grimlock that would come close to Takara's? So they're like, screw it, let's just go G1 Grimlock inspired Beast Wars.
This is miles better than the actual official Beast Wars, like deluxe figure from back in the day. That white T-Rex, that was a Velociraptor.
I'm just trying to understand why they went with this. I mean, it's interesting looking. It
is. It's based heavily on a Transmetal 2 Megatron, and it is a repainted version of Transmetal 2 Megatron.
Right.
Everything repainted. And I'm thinking Toyworld, but at the same time, I'm seeing a Tactics Waste Coast Beast.
Wait, is this a Legends? No.
Yeah, this is Legends.
This is a Legends.
Okay, so yeah, they did did the Megatron come out? Now I've totally
Not
came
yet.
out.
No, they're supposed to have been coming out a
I
long time ago, but they
So the
haven't released it
Megatron
yet.
never came out, so they're gonna. If they were smart, they would release this first and then release the Megatron. That's how you make your money nowadays in this kind of business, you know.
Whoever did the paint job on this did a really great job. I love the rust effects. It looks really pretty good. I mean, the weathering looks really good on this, I think.
I think they did a fantastic job on this. Also, I like it looks like it has a nice oxidized color to it.
Yeah.
But also, my problem with this being a Grimlock is, if you're gonna make a Grimlock, are you gonna make the other 4?
They're not gonna.
No,
obviously.
not at all.
They can't.
So to make a one-off like this would it'd be like it'd be like the sore thumb in a collection.
Well, you know
It's
what?
like, here's my
they showed
Iron
it in a
Factory
box.
Decepticons, and here's my Autobots, and there's that one fucking Grimlock.
That's what I've been trying to avoid with collecting nowadays. Is that kind of thing.
Yeah,
you know?
like you wouldn't want to buy Starscream and not be able to get Skywarp. I mean, obviously you don't have to change anything for that, but like you wouldn't want to buy one of them and then be like, yeah, the other in this style are not coming. You know, like
This might not be a custom. I mean, I see the box. I know Oscar just said the Tactics waistcoat and everything, and it's got a box and everything, so it may be coming out.
Well, I'll tell you one thing though. Toyworld this is definitely Toyworld, and they think we're idiots. They think we're idiots.
I think you're an idiot.
Look at those instructions. What's step 1 of the instruction? Meet your mailman.
From man with a mask.
And then they think we're so,
mailman.
they don't even think we can count, because the next step is 3. Open box.
Well, stupid Americans. Stupid Americans.
It says TW. It's Toyworld. Yeah, it's Toyworld.
Mhm.
I get a Tactics waistcoat. Toyworld. Toyworld.
Roll Tide.
Toyworld.
Okay.
what's with
That's
the
good.
like little rubber duck thing? Like they're like the little
That's a
penguin
Megatron
from
Beast
thing,
Wars.
bro.
what? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Megatron did have the
Single
little rubber duck.
ducky.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I
Give
hope
me
it
my
comes in a
ducky.
toothbrush.
Better shove this ducky up my ass. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, they should have done this instead of, like, I don't know. I guess it's whatever. It is what it is, you know? I mean, it's not...
It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is, man.
Hey.
You know what it is? It is
what it is. A fucking duck with striped cheeks. Is it a penguin or a duck? And why does it have bug eyes? It's like, boing!
It is what it is, man.
I guess you got to hold it by sticking your thumb up its ass. That's why its eyes look like that.
No. Yeah,
Roll
bring
Tide.
back to when he first came on
Thumb
the
up the
podcast.
ass.
It was all about shoving stuff up the ass.
Thumb up that ass.
Now you know how they painted this figure.
Gonna shove this here legend up my ass. Oh, God.
Terry, hurry up and finish painting the Grimrock. Okay.
Shove it up my ass. My hat here. But, speaking of ew, Generation Select C-Wing and Nautilator are delayed on Hasbro Pulse.
I don't get this.
For those who have gotten pre-orders for them, I added this.
Months. Oh, 3.
Yeah.
These are
Hasbro Pulse
just
sent an email.
Combiner Wars remolds, right? Like you pump them out.
Yep.
Why can't you pump
Yeah,
these?
the Terracons. They're retools of Terracons.
Oh man. Oh, Oscar is gonna get these
No,
hard.
I'm not. I haven't even gotten the first 2 yet, so.
I passed on these 2.
But you love the seacons.
I do, but I missed out. Dude, I was fucking broke at the time. I couldn't fucking jump on them, so it's whatever.
Yeah, they sold out. The pre-order sold out, man.
Yeah.
I passed on them. I was like, yeah, I'm good. And I get everything. And I was just like, yeah, I'm good.
I know.
The last
If
time I
Matt
tried
passes on
Seacons,
something,
that
I know
was-
it's not worth my effort either. So
Did Defensor ever fight the seacons?
No.
Oscar, what's wrong with you?
I don't know. I missed
it is
out.
what it is, man.
First time I tried with the Seacons was that TFC set, and
Oof.
when I got the first one, their bug bite, it was absolute garbage.
Oh no.
And then I waited until they were all released, and I saw
yeah.
somebody was selling the set in the cafe, and I reached out to Bobby to see what he said. He's like, "Well, they're okay, just can't hold he can't hold his own gun," which I thought was stupid, because that was like my favorite gimmick about the Combiner. It was one of the limbs was a fucking weapon.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I bought. Damn. It's all right.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I'll get over it. So,
Get over it.
I was during a dark time, Robert, when these first came out. So
Yeah, Robert, good job bringing up dark times.
It's still a dark time with these things coming out, man.
There's pieces of shit. So if you order these, you won't see them till April. That is quite a way.
Didn't we see recent like a release, like some type of press release from Hasbro that they canceled like 3 figures because of lack of interest?
Yeah, that was a fake. That was fake.
Oh, that's fake?
Yeah, fake news.
It's fake news, okay?
Fake news,
fake news. Just grab them.
It is what it is. It's fake news.
Tell them that's an extra large driveway, girl. But what isn't an extra large driveway is a Transformers Earthrise Voyager grapple in-hand images.
Man, they got the hymns, Starscream, the leader class are out right now, and some masters.
I'm gonna
and
be
deluxes
real.
Are out. Deluxes are out too.
I'm gonna be real here. As far as the deluxes go, I would want to get the hoist and the wheeljack. That's it.
Yes, sir.
But I give 2 shits about the grapple. But I'm seeing him now, and I'm starting to get a little excited.
He does look pretty good.
I am seeing some hollow. Like I doubt he'll have wrist articulation because it looks like those fists are on hinges that flip in.
Yeah.
That's basically how you could get that laser there. But the head sculpt looks dead on. I'm digging that. I like the little photograph with him in alt mode next to a G1 Bumblebee.
Yeah.
And I guess he comes with an optional claw hand. That's pretty cool.
Claw hand.
Oh. So
Wait,
add-on
is this Earthrise
accessories.
grapple? I'm sorry, Azalea was asking me. Azalea came into the room to ask me,
Hey,
Daddy.
Azalea.
She came in. She was like, I have to hand her my phone. Either that or she climbs in my lap and starts grabbing things. She's like, she looked around. She's like, Daddy, why did you buy so many Transformers?
Did you just say, it is what it is?
I went, I don't know. And then she's like, is it because you love them? Wait, so you guys are looking at grapple?
Yep.
Yeah.
This looks good. What are you talking about?
Yeah, for a Hasbro figure, it looks.
You haven't been listening. We all said it looks pretty good.
I mean, the thing is, he still has some waffle syndrome, right?
Not that bad.
You're not going to get away from that anymore. Like, it's just
That's
the way
not
that they're saving their pennies now.
Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. It's
I
not
love the
bad.
picture number 3 where he's picking up the rocks off of Ironhide. That's pretty cool.
I think he's smashing Ironhide. And
At
Spike's
least they're-
like, what the
they're-
fuck are you doing?
Get off me, you stupid one-armed gimp! I swear to God, I'll kill you, Spike. This is all your fault. He's in the photo.
Spike's like, these
You
are
made this
friends.
happen.
Stop.
He's our friend. It is what it is, Spike.
It is what it is, you stupid, unwanted.
He does have a little waffle on the feet. I can see, you know, and he does have that big old gap with in the forearm. They always do that.
You can see picture 1 shows all the waffles. Like, you got the thigh going on. You got the
legs
foot is
The legs
hollow.
are filled out, so that's good.
So I don't think they are, Matt. The only thing that concerns me is I think if you look at picture 1, if you look from behind, I have a feeling it's hollow from behind.
Oh, the thigh.
Yeah.
Well, also the thigh looks kind of hollow too. I mean, I've mentioned you could to your blue that about the hollowness for all this, but there's no point of mentioning anymore because our face. Right. Sorry. I mean, you just it comes with comes with what they do
They're not
now.
going to change it. You know.
So there's no point in mentioning anymore. I mean, it's
Okay,
just
but
like,
but I mean, it's an interesting discussion still because, right, like this is the main line. These are toys for kids and collectors, really. Think about what we had when we were kids, the engineering compared to this. Sure, you didn't have the waffles, and they were heavy. But the articulation is pretty cool, and the sculpt is really good. Like, they're going after proportions, sculpt,
oh yeah, they're better.
modes.
Yes, they're better.
What I was going to say earlier was I'm very impressed that it has become a standard in this line that all the figures have at least ankle tilt now.
Yeah, that's huge.
And waist levels
And it's
too.
not because it's part of the transformation. It's there for added articulation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
and shoulder stuff too. Look, it looks like, does he have butterfly joints or no?
it looks like he does.
I mean,
He's
it's
got something
cool.
going on to go for it a little
It
bit.
may be due to the transformation. I mean, I don't think they're butterfly joints. I think those hinges split out back to help transform.
Is that an ab crunch too?
I mean, come on. And you know what? If you ask me, you got to give credit to third party because Hasbro is keeping up with the Kardashians here. They're like, all right, collectors want articulation, and they're giving it to us. I mean, So you got the hollow forearms. So does MP Bumblebee. You know?
Yeah.
It's not terrible. It's really not terrible. If I was a kid buying this, it's pretty freaking cool. And honestly, if I was an adult collector and I was into the main line, it's pretty cool.
I've got Cliff Jumper, Wheeljack, and grapple, right? No, Hoist.
Yeah, Deluxes.
I got them all pre-ordered. I feel like I want grapple too, I think, but I'm just kind of waiting to see if I can find him in person. The only one I'm not kind of sold on for the G1 Autobots, not the Micromaster is like Prime. Like, I don't like his trailer and stuff.
Yeah, the trailer's cheap looking. The wheels look like, I don't like
his ass is gonna peg warm, shelf warm anyway, so it don't matter.
Yeah.
It's another Optimus Prime.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think.
I'm excited for Starscream. He's a bigger classics version.
They really
Voyager
are.
classics.
They really are releasing a shit ton of Optimus Primes. It's like a new one every 6 months. It's the same thing, just different line. I guess they have to. But
that's their money maker. Yeah, that's their bread and butter.
I need 4 years. What was that, Oscar?
I said he's their cash cow like Spider-Man is for Marvel.
But if they're overwhelming the market, they're really flooding it. Is he anymore?
Because their reply should be, well, at least they're not bumblebees.
So, like, okay, as a mainline collector, do you like keep your displays separate for like each line?
No, I put my mainline stuff with my third-party stuff. Fuck them. I don't care.
But I mean, do you have like, what's that?
I was just gonna say, when I kind of collected a lot of the mainline stuff, like I like mix and matched as it fit the shelf, like, so I might have some classic stuff with the I don't know, like the Titans Return stuff, the Headmasters or whatever they were. So that, like, it kind of mixed and matched depending on how I felt it worked.
I honestly I think that's one of the lines I hated the most was the Titan Return.
Hated
it, yeah. I think I hated that stuff.
Yeah, I was okay with it with the real Headmasters. So
I didn't like Powder Primes.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that line very much.
I think that line actually overreached a bit.
I think the Jazz was, the card and the alt mode for Jazz was trash.
Wasn't it just like super gimmicky? Like they really were just with the little guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and then they had the Rodimus, the evolution of Rodimus or something. I got that and it was terrible, and I didn't like the Optimus Prime either. So Optimus Prime was probably one of my worst lines in the last 10 years.
Me being a Rodimus Prime fanboy, like I bought that evolution of Rodimus Prime. I was so excited. And that is the first Hasbro Transformer I ever broke.
Wow.
Because I thought he had wrist articulation. Instead, it was like the softest plastic. It just twisted right off and broke. I crazy glued that shit on there. So it got that combined mode with his trailer looks so stupid to me that I basically, like, his trailer's tucked away in my closet. I still have the actual like hot rod figure, which I ended up like butchering his back piece because like the way his like it just felt like, I don't know, it felt so inorganic, it felt so artificial the way he was. The transformation didn't feel natural to me. It's like, oh, just shove these arms up here, twist the legs in, there we go, it's a car. So like
it was terrible.
Where, like, yeah, it was fucking bad.
I feel like they really made a huge push with Titans Return. It was a huge push, and like
now, Titan Return was a good line. I like Titan Return. It was kind of goofy how everything was Headmasters and they were
that's what killed
Masters. It. But I liked Titan Returns. I thought they started stepping up their game.
Only saving grace in that line was Blaster. That was it. It was like, hey, look, the first Blaster figure since like Fall of Cybertron.
It's Fire Trigger Happy, Twin Twist, and the other one.
Those motherfuckers were Target Masters, not Headmasters.
When Titans Returns debuted, is that when the Combiner Wars Machinima stuff started coming out? Wasn't that behind? Yes. So
it was behind, yeah.
You can tell that you could tell that they made this big push, big attempt at having media, animation, have an online, like, a story, something, to get into it. Like they see a formula but they just flubbed it. And they must have spent a ton of money on all this stuff. And it's just disappointing because if they had just done it right, if they instead of like these 7-minute, how long were the episodes? They're super short, and
16 minutes or something.
It wouldn't have taken that long to pump out. It can't be as complicated to do just animation, just old school as opposed to CGI. I mean, and it could have been like, how do you release something after the line comes out? What's the point?
Yeah, it wasn't like G1. No, it was G1 was you got the toys, and then the cartoon. Or actually, I think you got the cartoon first.
Yeah,
or was it the toys first or something?
Toys, you see them on the shelf and you want it because you watched it and you were excited about it, but it was good fiction, and like, so I mean, they make this big push for Titans Returns. The fiction, the Combiner Wars Machinima comes out late, so there's no jiving going on. There's no momentum, like animation's not causing a interest to go buy Titans Returns because that's what's on the shelf now, and you could tell. Like, instead of accounting for the fact that was seriously the biggest part of the formula, they must have just said, fuck it, it didn't work. But they didn't do it right. You could say, I'm going to make chicken soup because it's healthy, but you do a terrible job at it, so you're never going to make chicken soup again.
Another thing that
hurt for you.
Well, another thing that hurt the cartoon was is on Machinima, and people couldn't find it. I saw so many posts. I saw so many posts asking, where can I download this? Where can I see that? Or where can I get it? Well, you can only download it at 5 o'clock in the morning on this certain website and everything.
See,
I was like,
stupid.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, it was, I forgot the name of the app. It was a really dumb app that didn't even have that many shows.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't be like, well, we're gonna hold this close to the vest and make money on this shit too. And
wasn't it like Go Play something? Or something
Go
like
9
that.
or something.
GoPro.
Like that,
Yeah, I'm like, it sounded
GoPro?
to me like that campaign they have for kids, like Go Play 60 or whatever, like go outside and play. Like, who's going there to go watch, videos of Transformers?
Yeah. They should.
And I heard that the Netflix thing might be canceled. I haven't heard very much about it, and so I think they're waiting to do something else or something like that. I don't know, but I hope that's not true.
Stick to like DVD
but I mean, look,
or digital movie releases of like popular stories from the IDW run and animate them. I've said this before. I think All Hail Megatron is the best way to introduce someone into the fandom.
Yeah. I mean, look, if the cartoons originally as kids, they were just advertisements really for toys, right?
Yeah, they were, absolutely.
So they should have, and they should, I mean, if they're going to do these short stories, they should have paid to air them on all the kids' shows, 1-minute spots during the season or whatever. And then you get a season of that for free, and they're pumping it in your face. And all these kids are like, they're loving it when that episode of Combiner Wars comes on. They get a minute of it, a week or something. That, and pay to put it on, put it everywhere, like an advertisement.
They're kind of following that formula with their Cyberverse series they have now.
Yeah.
They're following that old 80s, like 84 formula with Cyberverse now. And I don't think it's paying off very much. They're not very long episodes.
Where do you catch that?
On YouTube.
Oh, it's got to be more.
It is what it is, man.
It's got to be plastered everywhere. Like,
yeah, it should be more like, it should be more everywhere. Like I should be, as a Transformers fan, I should be seeing ads for it when I'm watching Transformers third-party videos on YouTube. Like, I should be seeing.
Yeah, I get BBTS. Things
if I'm watching
the time.
Cartoon Network, they should be flashing me with it. I should be getting it in my face whenever I'm watching anything on TV.
Titty pics everywhere.
Pretty much. I need the equivalent.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
It is what it is.
But we're never gonna get this. Like, somebody there needs to be there at that company that just isn't there. Like, they've got the wrong people there. They could.
They need me. They need me in there. I would fucking get everything out there. I don't know. Whatever.
That's true. You would spam the world. This is true.
Oh yeah, I would spam. I don't know who.
Who needs an Amber Alert? We got a new Transformer video up on YouTube.
I got a new review. And you know what else? I got, you know what else I got after the review? I got pictures too, so I'm gonna spam that everywhere too. Fuck everybody. All right.
You open up your cell phone, you download the wrong app, all of a sudden you're getting fucking pop-ups while you're trying to make a phone call.
And you can't disable the notification sound, so all you hear is hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Roll Tide.
And then he's cross-selling. That's how it's paying for itself. All the size comparisons that he's doing with products that he's advertising for you.
Hey, everybody. This review made possible by Charmin and Applewood's smoked bacon.
Hey, you know what? I don't know if anybody knows. I started doing transformations on my videos, so go check out my the last night Unique Toys Megatron. That's a bitch of a fucking transformation.
Did you like it?
I did. Oh, I love it. It's a wonderful figure. It's amazing how the thing, it looks so good. Like you would look at it and be like, how the fuck does that change into a fucking plane? And it hides everything so fucking Dragoon? Awesome. Yeah, Dragoon. But go check out that review. I loved it. It's a good review. It's a little longer than what I do, but I started doing transformations, so it's a pain in the ass to transform.
Make sure you keep it in frame. Don't be.
Oh, I did.
Be like Bobby sometimes. He takes the whole thing off camera. Hold on a second. Let's take it back.
No, I think I did. I thought I did a shitty job, but everybody that said I did a really good job and everything, because it's a pain in the ass transform. It's but
maybe you just maybe pick up. That's Unique Toys.
Dragoon.
You just made me pick up my Peru Kill, and this is still one of the best figures in my collection.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Unique Toys needs to do some more movie stuff because they are knocking it out of the park with this. Then they did the DX9 Lahire, which they're Unique Toys also. They do some really good stuff with their movie stuff.
This is definitely. I feel like Peru Kill was the first transformation to look spot on in both modes, and it mass shifted.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking mass shifts to like MP car size, and it's MP10 scale. Bigger. He's taller. He's about this.
Speaking of something that's not any bigger or taller, Cyberverse Repugnus.
Oh, he's a cute little guy.
This guy, I put him on there because I don't know what it is about this design. It's it's those freaking one-step changers, but
was this the happy fella?
Oh, yeah. He's so happy. He's cheesing it up.
I don't know what it is about him, but it's like I feel like this is not a bad attempt at modernizing.
Jump.
You know what it needs? It needs some spark. It needs some flame. It needs spark because he was a spark bot. They need to bring that. They need to bring that back so we can cause fires.
Yeah. He looks happy. He looks happy, Oscar. Look at those teeth. He's like, He's
like a meth head that just walked out the dentist's office with me.
Oh yeah, he's excited.
I don't know. It feels like, obviously this is a one-step changer. I'm not expecting a lot of detail on it. But what I like to think is that when I look at this is this could have been something good if, they went for more of a deluxe feel on it. You know what I mean?
That's a one-step changer. Not bad. Yeah. Not bad.
Well, they do have a deluxe version out there too, also. But he was a Titan Returns.
I think there's a photo with it. Is that the Titan Returns one with it?
No, that's the G1 that's right next to him.
No, that's the Titan Returns.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got him.
Titan.
He was a was he a Generation Select one, or he was something? He didn't come out on the main line. I think you had to order him online.
Wasn't he like a Toys R Us exclusive?
No, he wasn't. He came with a special box. Let me look. Hold on.
He came in a special box.
Let me hold on. I'll look it up real quick.
This Peru Kill is beautiful. Jesus Christ. Handling this Peru Kill makes me want to buy that Megatron, even though I don't want it. I just want the I don't know. Oh, God damn it. No room.
So yeah, he was a Time Returns, but he was he came in like a little special. You had to order him online. He was a Power of the. I don't know. He was a Time Returns or something. He had a little headmaster.
Hitman.
So. Oh, he was Amazon. I think it was Amazon exclusive. That's what he was, Oscar. All right, nobody's talking.
I think Oscar. Justin left.
No, I'm here.
Yeah, he
No,
was
I'm
an
here.
Amazon.
Sorry.
He was an Amazon exclusive.
He was an Amazon exclusive. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
Big
fucking
news.
awesome. What? You're pregnant?
No, I mean the next thing is big news.
So this is a possible first look at the Earthrise, Lynx, and Skorponok plus new Battle Masters and I don't care about the Battle Masters and Micromasters. So they're making a Lynx who is a commander class like Jetfire was. Now, I have the Jetfire. I think that's probably one of the best Hasbro figures of 2019 ever.
Huh.
Yeah,
honestly.
he's really good.
Yeah,
he's
I went
fucking
there.
awesome.
Wait, how do you know it's commander class?
Because
it says
it's listed.
I'm an idiot.
My one problem with this. Now I understood why they did that for their Combiner War Lynx.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this one does not separate.
They should have done Titan.
No,
class.
it is
They
gonna
should
separate,
have fucking done a Titan class. And it didn't need to be as big as the other Titan classes, but it makes up for it because it separates and it's two big fucking bots.
The commander class is big too. I think it's going to be just fine as the commander class. I think it's going to be good. I think it does separate because you can. I was talking about this with some other people, and it is. I think it's going to separate also.
Well, why would they show a shuttle mode? Why would they show like a rocket ship mode and not the Lynx? Why wouldn't they just have a picture of the two of them standing next to each other?
That's not even necessary. You know what I mean? Like, you put in all that extra engineering to make a fucking shuttle, like a base mode that they have there.
Yeah,
and you
right.
couldn't
Nice.
just remove put in some plastic retainer clips that are able to disengage and let it turn into a Lynx, you know?
Yeah, that's not a big deal. I mean, it is. Lynx is extremely simple.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just put some chicken legs under the bird and just put
It transforms into a box.
Yeah, you just have a head pop out of the box and put some chicken legs under the bird, have a clip, and there you go. You didn't have to waste a lot of time making the rocket ship thing. I don't understand.
So, I mean, this is, again, like when Greg shared it with us in the chat, I looked at it and I was like, oh, great, he doesn't separate. Awesome. You know, making that MMC figure look even more beautiful by comparison. God, I missed out on that one. But the Skorponok looks okay.
Skorponok looks fine for what he is, and it's kind of no surprise that, like, if they keep doing the city bots, like, isn't he, like, the only one left at this point?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got Omega. I'm actually kind of surprised Omega came before Skorponok, but not really, I guess, just because, Omega's an Autobot, and I feel like they sell more, and, Skorponok, I don't think, outside of kids having him as a toy, like, he never really came into fiction in the U.S., so I could see why you'd save him kind of for your list.
I kind of agree, but then, like, I'm kind of thrown off because, the G1 cartoon has him as a base bot, right? But the comic books have him, if you want to pick a toy class for him, leader class. You know what I mean?
Did he ever transform in the comics?
Honestly, like, I know there was that Maximum Dinobot. No, it wasn't that. It was the one where, like, Sunstreaker was kidnapped and he made, like, an army of headmasters with Sunstreaker. He was, like, the guy behind it. I don't recall ever seeing him transform in the comics, really. I'm sure someone will correct us.
This guy looks like he doesn't look bad. I like the bot mode. I like the base mode, but he's definitely coming up short in Scorpion mode.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't expect the transformation to be very complex for a Titan class.
What's with the teeny little peener? What's with that? Come on. He's a
Stinger?
Scorpion. Yeah, what the hell? What is that thing? He's a Skorponok. Who the hell is he going to attack with that thing?
I'm hoping this is a prototype because if that is Zarak, then next to him, then they've just gotten really lazy with the Titan class.
Is that supposed to be a deluxe size? To pay
I believe Cerebro for Fortress Max is like Voyager.
Oh, wow. I guess, yeah. No, I mean, I don't know how that head would be Voyager. Really? It's a Voyager for
I
Fort
think
Max?
it's like, I'm sorry, it's between like Deluxe class and Voyager class. But I mean, he Cerebros for Fort Max.
Oh, he's a Deluxe class.
Is he Deluxe class?
Yeah.
You had 3 of them, right, Justin? You had 3?
3 what?
Fort Maxes?
No, only 1.
You had 2.
For which one? Like the
You have 2
Titans
different
class
versions?
ones?
Yeah.
No, I only have 1. I never bought the US one.
Yeah. You'd be the expert on this. I don't understand that little stinger. That does not make sense.
No,
Why? Why, little stinger? Why?
Yeah, that is a little stinger.
I remember when Omega Supreme came out, I was excited, but I'm not this excited for Skorponok.
I think he would hate Omega. He'd be jealous of Omega, this guy.
I also am wondering about Skylynx, if he does or doesn't attach. The thing that kind of makes me feel like he does is that, like, the way the shuttle kind of goes onto the, like, launch pad type thing. Like, it kind of looks like the shuttle should disconnect, but it's kind of hard to tell if there's something that's, like, connecting the shuttle to the launch pad and, like, it only has, like, a quote-unquote launch pad mode. And then, like, that little ramp that kind of extends out the front of the launch pad is definitely where the Lynx head should be. And that's my concern, that I don't see how the Lynx head is in there. It could be, but yeah, I mean,
don't think it separates. I really think you're trying to. I think you're trying to sugarcoat it.
Oh, and it's a huge missed opportunity or problem if they are not separating like that. Like you can't make Skylynx and have him not turn into both Sky and Lynx. You know,
like I understood with the Combiner Awards version of him why they didn't, because like, oh, he's fucking torso, you know. I understood that, but like, you know, I had him. I didn't care much for him. I fucking sold him like a week later. Shit, he's still scalping for decent money on eBay.
The only thing I love about that one is old chicken who shows up all the time.
Yeah,
I would like I'd rather him separate than have a base mode, because he never was a base.
Like Robert and I were talking.
I feel you on that.
Robert and I were talking when you went away. Like he transforms into a fucking square. Like it can't be that hard.
Right. It's going to be a huge missed opportunity if it does not separate, especially being a commander class. I mean, I hope he separates.
Look. I mean, I don't know where all the legs are for Lynx, but I mean, if you look at the base mode, whatever it is, the shuttle, you know, the rocket ship, whatever, launch mode, it looks like there's like one of the legs, you know, the hip or whatever is a platform for the shuttle. It's connected to the shuttle. It's not connected to the blue part.
The legs for Lynx are not a big deal, because the legs for Lynx are the legs for Skylynx. It's the legs for the shuttle part, the Sky portion of it, that are missing.
Yeah, well, we're not seeing the bottom. If we could see the other side of that shuttle,
right.
But we're only seeing 2 of Lynx's legs in that launch mode, which is weird to me. Why are we only seeing 2 legs?
So those are his back legs, because I can tell the little things extending out to the left are his tail. You see,
that's
like
the blue.
You see, so you see there's the front like gray thing. Actually, maybe it's not the back.
The red things. The one is like a base platform, supposed to be like where you get into the shuttle, and then there's the other red thing with the blue hip piece is like sticking up on the side, like it's like a support thing column. Where are the other 2 red legs?
I thought that was the rear legs at first, 'cause I thought the little things like hanging out of the left and right side of the blue base portion look like the tail, but I'm not so sure anymore.
They do. They look like the tail split. You're right.
Oh, you know what it might be? Maybe
the side pieces? Yeah, them are the tail. Sorry.
Yeah, the side pieces look like they maybe disconnect outwards, and so the pieces that are up are the rear legs, and then maybe the front are, I don't know, they must be lying down to support the back of it or something.
Or they're under the shuttle.
Yeah.
But how? That doesn't make it. I want to know what the hell's on the other side of that picture.
It's like
there's definitely questions.
It's me waving.
Plastic and waffles.
It's like a giant brick sticking a foot away from the image, and they photoshopped it out. Like the fucking legs are just sticking out from the shuttle.
Yeah, I definitely think that this should not have been a case where you've gone ahead and decided that Lynx needs a shuttle platform mode. Like, I feel like if you have extra parts and you can make it look like a shuttle platform, like great, but like, come on, like every rocket ship doesn't need the shuttle platform.
Okay,
So.
and also look at the middle image. That red portion, that comes out. Those are his back legs, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
They come out really far past the shuttle.
Well, they did it with Astro Train, which is I think is really smart with the shuttle mode, and they gave him like a little launch pad, that little caboose thing he had, and that turned into like a little launch pad for him. But for Skylynx,
the problem I have though with Astro Train with that is that like you needed that extra piece to make the train mode work. You found a way to incorporate it into shuttle mode, which is great, and then it just kind of hangs off oddly on his back in robot mode in like one of the worst.
Yeah, you don't have to have it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean if you want to incorporate it in such a way that you don't lose any parts, you kind of do. So
well, obviously these photos they're cut, you know. So I strongly suspect this launch mode, there are pieces cut out of this photo.
Mm-hmm. And that's possible too, and it could be why Skorponok has a tiny little stinger. So.
I think he's gonna have a little stinger. People were offended at Omega Supreme, you know. So the wives were offended, and they wrote letters. And then they did this. They overcompensated.
Well,
the other way.
I think this is a retool of Omega, especially the legs.
Really?
And they showed Omega, you know, kind of transform like a scorpion. So I think this is going to be a retool of Omega.
Really?
The legs look like them, yeah, a little bit.
Because the transformation's so different, no?
No. I mean, there's a picture out there that shows Omega transformed like a scorpion-like thing, and so I mean they may not get a lot of it, but there are some certain aspects of him that have Omega. Like I said, the legs look a little bit like Omega Supremes.
Hey, you're getting a punch counter punch.
Yay!
Pinch counter punch. And what's with the
two
shuttles?
We're getting punch. That woke me up. What?
We're getting exhaust too from Wheeljack.
You get a punch counter punch.
Who's making a punch counter punch?
Over there, you get the Micromasters, and they're like muscle cars. What kind of cars are those dressed in?
The one looks like a '57 Chevy, and the other looks
kind
of hard to see.
Justin?
It looks like it could be like a '70s.
Oh, he just
Trans Am
power
/
punch.
Camaro.
That's not counter punch. It's direct hit and power punch. That ain't punch counter punch.
Oh, yeah. Looks like punch counter punch.
Hey, Matt, you remember that, right? From Energon line? Was it Energon?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's from the movie line, Big Daddy. Remember him?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was a decent little unit.
I had him. He was actually, that was a recolor of the Energon, actually, though.
It was a recolor of the Energon, not Wheeljack.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then next to them, you see the two shuttles next to them? One's like washed out. I don't think that's the alt mode for either of those little guys. Maybe it's the guy on the left, but it's not the guy on the right.
I think that's is that Wheeljack or is that exhaust down there?
It actually kind of looks like it's Transformers Prime Wheeljack in terms of the paint scheme.
That's just
it looks boring. Like CAD.
Well, what they did announce that we are getting exhaust out of Wheeljack. So
his headlights are lit up on his feet.
Oh, this is a blurry pick. It's not a really great pick. So hopefully we'll get some better picks later.
It's not the toy.
Speaking of better picks, I got you covered. The Pop Culture Shock Museum Scale Optimus Prime.
Ooh. That looks really nice.
Let me see.
Let me say this shit. Let's say nothing. I ain't buying this place of shit. Fuck this.
What's the price going to be? Does it say?
Wait, didn't we already get this out? Hadn't this already been out?
It says you can pre-order it for $159.
With 20% off on pre-order. So
I thought they already did this, like the cell shaded thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, this has been out for a while.
I mean, this is cute. This is
sure
so cute.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe it's been advertised for a while. Why would it be on pre-order?
May sold out.
Talk about tune accurate.
There was something out that looked like this that's already been out. My boy Inutabi, he has this. Yeah.
That. Now that is definitely anime accurate. They should come out with swappable parts that are miscolored on purpose. Like, you want to go full anime accurate, man? Give me a bunch of like Starscreams, or like what were they all ones? They were all like Thundercracker, like, or they're all fucking make one totally green.
Or you had like Bruticus standing next to Onslaught.
Like,
that was my favorite.
He's all fucking helmet. He's like just this big helmet with little arms and legs. Fuck it up. Like, go anime accurate. Just do it. Look at him.
Like a fucking
Ultra
anime
Magnus.
reuse. Take the Salt White, make it an Ultra Magnus.
Ultra Magnus holding up 2 Constructicons. They're so small.
Wait.
The skill. Or my favorite one was seeing Galvatron and Soundwave flying in the air with their hands interlocked with one another.
Oh my god.
That is the episode Carnage in C minor. Wait till the next time The Rock does a fucking Transformers viewing party. We're like, Carnage in C minor, good sir.
Oh yeah.
And release like Reflector in a 6-pack. I remember that one episode. It's like there were like 10 of them standing there.
Yeah.
And there were like 3 Thundercrackers behind them.
Yep.
They didn't have enough paint back then.
So this is what we call the Sumbo fuck up collection.
They should do that, dude. That would be awesome. Honestly, that is kitschy. I would love that. How cool would that be? And like, name it by the episode. You know, an episode with truly fucked up animation errors, and release the figures that had the fucked up animation errors that we remember.
I think it'd be
What
fun.
was the episode with the sea spray and those the underwater shit?
Oh, the one where he fell in love with the girl.
Yeah, that
No,
thing
no,
was
that was not
Major Wet.
But he still
that
has
was
big
Paraglide.
fucking 2 feet.
No, he
Nah,
fell.
man.
He turned into a human and he fell in love or
Oh,
something.
did he?
Yeah, with the
Oh, okay.
freaking princess of Atlantis or wherever the fuck they were
What was
called.
the name of that one? Was that C minor?
I think it was called
No.
Make Her Wet.
Oh yeah, no. If they were able to sing, that's Carnage in C minor.
Oh yeah. Gross.
Yeah, yes.
Ah, yeah. See you
Speaking of
rubbing off on
discussion-
terror.
Big booty bitches making cream.
What the fuck?
Mic drop.
Cash rules everything around me.
Cream, get the money. Dollar.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Yeah.
Who made that discussion? Do we want to talk about big booty bitches?
No, we don't have to have a discussion, but we do have is an awesome question from our good friend Matt, Eyes Covered. What is everyone's current mood / attitude towards MP scale? Fanstoys and Takara are really the only companies that are keeping me somewhat excited. I guess a part of the problem is the time between releases and that the most major characters have been done and are being redone, and minor players are a harder sell. Recently, I've been enjoying some of the New Age and Magic Squares lessons due to more than the easier transformations. But what do you guys think?
Fuck it.
I mean, look, I don't
It is what it is. What it
It
is.
is what it is.
It
Dude,
is
Justin, there's your
what it
episode
is.
time.
Yeah, I know. It has to be. It has to be.
It is, man.
People are gonna think that we just did a terrible show, and you're just like, look, it is what it is.
I'm fine with
Let
it.
him comment. Please stop. It is what it is, man.
That's
It is
you
what
know,
it is.
I mean-
Hey, man.
whoever goes through and actually manages the comments on YouTube, please respond. It is what it is every
It is
single
what-
time.
Every time someone makes a comment on there, reply to that person's comment. It is what it is.
It is
Now-
what it is. What can you do?
And make sure you close your eyes and shake your head like it is what it is.
You can't. I mean, look, I think the 2 biggest producers of MP figures, right, are Fans Toys and Takara. But then you've got
X-Transbots.
X-Transbots right behind there. It's right behind Fans Toys in terms of number. You know how much they're producing every year. But you can't write off Unique Toys, like if you're into the toy line, Toyworld. Right, they're coming out to Bumblebee stuff.
Zeta.
Unique Toys is doing the Bayverse stuff. Zeta, but they're like it's more of like a petty thing, right? But I mean, yes, they are doing the Bumblebee movie stuff too. I'm kind of overwhelmed with the Bumblebee movie versions of Optimus Prime that I'm kind of just
I
backed
was
off.
to say that right now there is more stuff, and even newer companies are coming in are doing movie stuff. They're not doing G1 stuff. They're doing more movie stuff. So that's a lot, like the Bumblebee and Prime. I'm surprised we haven't seen a Blitzwing yet.
But too many came out at once, because now I don't know if you give me 8 different Bumblebee movie primes and they all look great, I'm going to go with the company that I know is probably really good, and it'll be Toyworld. Unless Unique Toys did one. But so like, look, yes, Fans Toys took car off a G1, but then you've got X-Transbots too. DX9, I don't. But I mean, those, I would say X-Transbots, if they come out with a G1 MP, don't write them off. It's probably good.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, then you've got Flame Toys. Flame Toys is kind of like the Iron Factory of non-transforming figures. They're doing this IDW, kind of interpretation, their own spin on it. But then so you've got that, and
which I love.
Yeah, what else? We got Unique Toys. You still got Toyworld. You've got Flame Toys.
Lemon Tree.
Lemon Tree.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and I mean,
Matt, you're gonna be one of like 6 people that have one of those, and the other 5 didn't have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
wow.
You can't write off you can't write off those smaller players who still put out good product in terms of MP scale. Transform Element, right?
Yeah.
And Magic Square. Both of their primes are great. I never handled the TF Element, but I was at Bobby's and I picked up that Magic Square one. I'm like, wow, this is good. And I threw it against the wall, and then I slapped them.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's.
Then you're like, that's for losing one of my parts, bitch.
My house, bitch.
How do you like losing an exhaust pipe, dickhead? But no, I mean, so don't write off.
Go fist now. I have your power.
Yeah, you don't. There are smaller players that release less, but they still put out MP scaled quality figures, And I'm sure there's more that I'm not thinking of.
Do you think we'll see a new company come along that's going to start making G1 stuff?
I don't think that's the route to go. Fans Toys is taking that shit over. They're like better than Takara sometimes, and Takara sometimes better than them. But I mean,
that's true. That's true.
Who's gonna come?
What I've been noticing is there's a trend that's more veering towards tune accurate, right? And what I'm seeing a lot of communities is just saying what my opinion, what I've seen is people are starting to get annoyed by that.
Yeah, it definitely gets to me because like one of the things I think that bothers me, and it's even official MP, is like that switch between like the realistic vehicle mode and like what that would look like as a robot, and now like the tune accurate. I'm like, fucking pick one and stay that way. Like it sucks to have built a collection for them to just be like, well, now we can release a new quote unquote tune accurate prowl mold, things like that. I'm like, so I just gotta restart every time you want to change the aesthetic. Like that sucks.
But like with their Hound, a lot of people are saying if they weren't too busy trying to go for that tune accuracy, the QC wouldn't be so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just stuck with the Fans Toys, but and that's what really pisses me off with Takara. Like, not that they're like coming out with a new version of a figure. Okay, good, do another Bumblebee if you want to, but to just re-release Sideswipe and Red Alert and whatnot,
and they're calling them MP whatever plus.
Yeah, plus with the slightly different paint apps. Like, come on, yeah.
Well, okay. To go
like
off on
iPhones
that,
with their 6Ss and 7Ss.
To go off on that, what do y'all think about what Fans Toys and Zeta are doing with the paint job, like the sparkly paint job?
Okay.
The way they're doing it.
What Fans Toys does, what I really feel like they do, is they have a release, and it's generally, most of the time, it's good, and it sells out. And they re-release it now with a different paint job. It's so far, everyone I've gotten like that has been just as it hasn't been better than the original that I got. So, but maybe you missed out on the first release, and then they re-release it. Well, what happens when a company like what they did with their Quake Wave, right? They re-released it, but then I think they did a bunch of different colors stuff. No, but like, let's say it was just Galvatron and it sold out, and let's say you got it at the retail rate, and then you saw the value spiking, and you're like, wow, great, this is a collectible that's gaining value over time. And then a year and a half later or 2 years later, they re-release it, and now you realize you missed an opportunity. Now you're pissed off, or maybe you paid the late tax in the beginning, and it was $200. You paid $265 for it, or $300, but you bit the bullet because you knew it was sold out and it was a great figure. And then they re-release it, and everybody else is picking them up for $1.99, and now you feel pissed off at Fans Toys. But what if they re-release Galvatron with a different paint scheme, but they're both equally beautiful. So the people who bought the first version didn't lose any value on their investment, their purchase, and the people who bought the second one don't feel like they missed out on the first one, and they also got something unique. That's the
thing. That's the thing I think that's bothering me about toy collectors the most nowadays. They're no longer buying it to have it because there's a passion for it. They're looking at it as a fucking investment to see some sort of return for it in the long run.
But also, there's
you
something
understand,
about...
and I think, and no, this is what's fucking plaguing a lot of these like groups and these fandoms is, yeah, I got this Flame Toys Galvatron, I'm gonna hang on to them, then I'm gonna flip them for $400.
That's there.
You know what I mean? Like what happened?
That's there, but there's also something else I think going on with collectors. It's knowing you have something rare, not necessarily like well, I'm gonna sell this for 3 times the money, but like, wow, this is kind of unique. Like, not everybody has this figure, and I do, and it's something else about that, not just about flipping it. So then, in 2 years,
I just making sure you acknowledge that because what I was hearing, you weren't going to touch on that at all.
No. I'm just talking about fans' toys in particular, like what they're doing with their re-releases. Like when they re-release a figure with a different paint scheme, are they really just kind of cashing in? And I just think the reason they switch the paint scheme up, but they don't actually, it's not any better than the original one. It's just different. Like no one's losing out. You see what I mean? Like you can get the new version of Galvatron at retail rate and not feel like, oh fuck, this is different than the original. Or if you paid for the original and then the new one comes out, you're like, oh wow, I should have waited. The good version came out later. You don't have that. Everybody is satisfied.
So are you really just saying that it is what it is?
I'm just saying it is what it is, man.
Look, I'm just saying, besides it, it is what it is that that's in the eye of the beholder. You know what I mean? Like the person that just shelled out $400 for that Fans Toys Sovereign, which is a phenomenal piece in itself. I'm not taking away from that. May not be happy with the metallic repaint. You know what I mean?
They're both metallic. That's what, but they're calling it metallic. It's just the different shades, But the person that spent that money on.
Correct. But
the thing is though, the first version doesn't lose value.
Yeah, it's like you can flip that first one and get the other.
You're not losing what you spent $300 and something on when it was retailing at $200. You're not screwed. You're not now like, oh wow, I paid the late tax on this, and now they come with a repaint. Everybody wants that. Nobody wants my original. It doesn't.
Yeah, people
really
still want the original too. Also,
because they're both beautiful.
Yeah.
It's not like they're putting out like The only time they really kind of did that, where I was like, "What the fuck?" It was the new Jetfire when they came out with the new one, and they
didn't look any different. Really.
It didn't look any different. I'm like, "Wow, you sold this more expensive re-release, and it doesn't look any different really than the first one." I felt kind of hosed on because I felt tricked into buying the new version.
I think the sad point is about that, but you got Zeta doing the metallic one now, but the original one, I don't think holds its value as much as what a Fans Toys does.
Right.
So now people are out of that.
Fans Toys.
Ah, Greg. Perfect timing, Greg. We're talking about repaints, and he was talking about Zeta, and then that brings us, I guess, to Toyworld Constructor and all the fucking repaints that have come out.
Toyworld.
Toyworld just, I don't know what the fuck they did. Jeebus.
Well,
I think there's 12. There's 12 of that Toyworld Devastator.
See, they lost all the designers, so they were just like, "Fuck it, we have this mold. Let's keep pumping them out."
But you know what? The funny part is that Toyworld they're doing the movie stuff too, and it's pretty good. I had their Bulldog and their little Bumblebee, and they're actually really good figures. So Toyworld really, I don't think, has lost anything as far as going towards their figures and everything. I'm probably gonna pick up some of their other stuff. That Optimus Prime looks fucking beautiful. So I don't know. I don't know what happened with Toy. I mean, I don't know if they got some better designers than what Zeta was, but Toyworld's still, around, and they're really putting out some great stuff. So I don't sleep on Toyworld at all.
What do you think about that stuff, Oscar? You think it's really just like with the whole repaint thing?
Well, ask Greg. What's Greg think about it?
I don't mind repaints that much. Because you ain't got to buy them.
That's true.
Well, I mean, hypothetically, I guess they could be making other stuff, but I mean, it's like they wouldn't keep making repaints if people weren't buying them, and people keep buying those damn constructors, which they still haven't done a Diaclone, which I think would be amazingly awesome in that size.
Did they do a shattered glass one?
No. I think TSC's the only one.
Okay. They could do a shattered glass one if they wanted to.
Is there even a legitimate shattered glass?
They're going to do a stained glass one.
Is there one what, Greg?
Is there actually a legitimate, well, quote unquote,
legitimate?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could use one like maybe the purple, or I guess they could do like a red and white one, like TFC did that.
Perseus.
Yeah, they could do that maybe.
But is there like a quote unquote official?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Not for Devastator. I don't know.
They should do like they did Soundwave and give them a fucking headband.
Oh yes, the green headband. Yes. It's BAWTKAHN. What you think about BAWTKAHN, Greg? Are you excited?
Yeah, well, Fun Pup supposedly not involved, but Pete's involved in some capacity. But so are the Hartmans. So.
Oh, they're back?
I don't know. Yeah, Carl Hartman's the one that broke the news, I think.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I might be mistaken.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I know Brad's excited.
Yeah, Dakota's excited too.
Depending on where it is, I might try to go see what this whole the glory days of BAWTKAHN were all about.
Yeah, if it's around this area or somewhere maybe driving, I'm probably thinking like maybe Kentucky or somewhere around there. They're going to do it maybe.
Yeah, that's like an hour for me at tops.
Yeah, I could try to swing that and go up there.
Did they use like the wristbands at BAWTKAHN?
They used they stamped, I think.
Stamps.
Oh, no. You had You had a lanyard. Lanyard, and they would clip. They would whatever punch a hole into your thing.
If they had stamps, it would be so awesome. Like to just fill the stamp with LSD.
I was gonna say that, Robert. That's what I was thinking.
Everybody. That would.
And hold it in like a basement of a hotel.
And under a bridge.
Hey, I think we did get an MP collector question. Y'all want to answer that?
Oh, did we get one late?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he sent it out today. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I think he's talking to you, Greg.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, I thought that was the MP collector question.
No, that's it too.
I was like, what a fucking phoned in question.
Thanks, MP collector. We're good. We get over that in the intro. Come on.
If I sound like shit, I'm sitting in a parking lot outside of Target, waiting for the ice to melt off the car because it just started pissing fucking freezing rain as soon as I walked in the door.
Here, I'll read the MP collector. It says, "Dear SCU crew, who is more badass, the Junkions or the DJD? Could either put up a fight against last week's winner, the Dinobots."
See, now this is fucking me up. Now I feel like I'm gonna screw them up with the wreckers now.
I say no. I don't think the DJD could beat the. I think the Dinobots could kick almost everybody's ass. To be honest, as a team, I think they're almost indestructible. So no, Junkions, no, I do not. No, they would definitely not beat the Dinobots.
Wait, I thought the question was Junkions or DJD.
Mm-hmm. And would they? And who would the winner? And would the winner be able to beat the Dinobots?
Man, between the Junkions or the DJD. How many Junkions are you talking about?
All of them.
Just like 5?
No, all of them. It's got to be all of them.
The whole trash heap comes up.
Well, then I guess you have to put the Junkions because that's more people. I mean, more robots would be better. But now 5-on-5, like on DJD against 5 Junkions, no contest. DJD.
You have to have 6 Junkions. Now it has to be at least 6. It has to be an even number. One's riding the other, so to speak.
That's true.
That'd be horrible if instead of transforming, it starts fucking them in the butt.
It's just 5-on-5.
Tard, what do we do?
Just watch them. Let them finish. This is gonna be weird, but okay.
They're coming right for us. Oh my God, they're both in bot mode.
You watch TV? We watch TV. Now with the Toy Master, oi!
They'd be like, here them damn junk bots come pushing that agenda in my Transformers comics.
Don't assume my faction.
Don't assume my faction. Stupid liberal con.
They are non-binary Transformers though. They're not
Anyway,
non-binary.
if it's a 5-on-5 or 5-on-6, whatever DJD, but the Dinobots would kick both their asses.
I don't know much about the DJD, but I would assume, based on what I hear, third, fourth party hand, is that the DJD would probably outsmart the Dinobots somehow and pick them off. No.
No, if they're in Dino mode, there's no way they could just pick them off.
Well, Tarn just has to sing a pretty song.
Nah, the Dinobots would. That's what everybody says that against the Dinobots. Well, they just have to outsmart them. But you have to also, they're brute force. I mean, if they get a hold of you, you're done.
No, because Tarn could just take his mask off, and they'd be like, "Where'd Tarn go?"
That's true, but
he
no.
back on. Oh, Meek Grimlock, find him. There's Tarn. Takes it off. Oh no, he disappeared again. Meek Grimlock's scared.
Then Tarn just takes the mask and just throws it in a direction, and the Dinobots all go running. Yeah.
And ironically, he kills all the Dinobots by singing "End of the Road" by Boyz II Men.
No, he sticks the mask on. He sticks the mask on Snarl's face, and then Grimlock rips Snarl's head off. He just sticks his mask on every other time.
That's stupid, Robert.
That
That's probably the
makes
stupidest
sense.
thing I've ever heard in my life.
Thank you.
But it is what it is, though.
That's the name of the episode, baby.
Oh, you didn't mention getting a kitten, Oscar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little baby Zelda. She's been a handful.
Her name was Nova.
I wanted to name her Nova, but my wife wasn't happy with that, so I just thought of Zelda. And she's like, "Oh, like the Sabrina show?" I was like, "Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, exactly."
Whenever you pick her up, you go da-na-na-na.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wait,
You hold it up,
put little clay jars on the countertops so she can knock them off and break them.
And hold her up like you got a sword or something. Hold her up like you found some or a heart or something.
Dude, and you can make her feeding area, put a backdrop with like the little merchant and have little like draw little torches in the background. Like her food is like, it is dangerous out there in the world. Like you can have all that.
Take this.
Oh, I should have done that for the hedgehogs.
Then I'm gonna put a Link costume on her. I'd be like, "What if Zelda was a girl?" It'll make everyone on my Tumblr list go crazy. No, but yeah, we brought her home today. My wife's been looking after these. My wife's been working at a barn. This cat had a litter. Basically had some kittens. They couldn't find a mom. Everyone thinks that it was may have been this cat that was run over on the property.
Oh no.
And so my wife and the other people that work there have been taking care of the cats. They got their shots and stuff. And then, my wife was talking to me a video call the other day at work. She's like, "Oh, look at this cute one." I'm like, it's like a Bob Ross like painting palette just spilled all over it. What is that? And I find out it's a calico. I'm not a cat guy. And I'm like, "Oh,
you sure she's not brindle? She looks like she's mixed between brindle and calico. She's like a brindle calico."
Well, I'm not a cat expert, so I don't know, dude. But all I know is she asked me if I wanted it, and
roll tide.
Calico is like white and orange and stuff, and brindles are like black and brown and tan. So she's like both.
You should have named it Brenda and talked to her.
I'm told their calicos are very sassy, but she's still young. She hasn't been very sassy lately. She's very skittish because she's just getting to know
Matt
the house
just
right
shit
now.
his pants. I'm sorry, Matt. Listeners, Matt just shit his pants. I'm sure you all heard. Whoa.
Breaking news, bitches.
Is what you're saying, Oscar? I'm sorry I cut you off.
No, it's fine. So my wife asked me if I wanted to have one come home, and we were thinking about getting another pet. And so, yeah.
Have you already taken it to the vet yet or anything? Or
we're doing that tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Google Brindle, and Google Calico, and you'll notice that she looks like a mix of both. And maybe she got the temperament of a Brindle instead. They're more laid back.
Yeah, I think Robert might be thinking of a Tortie. But
Tortie.
yeah,
Same thing.
Tortie.
Brindle, the dog.
What about Nancy?
That's what I have, and that's what my big girl cat is, and that's what Lenny's cat is a Tortie.
Oh.
They hit
Story ammos? Or...
A tortoiseshell cat.
Yeah. Yeah, like tortoiseshell, like the, yeah.
Oh, you
Because
like
I have actually
bitches like tortoiseshell.
Yeah, they do.
Bitches love tortoiseshell. Because I got a pretty good like full frontal photo of her. I'll put in the chat so you can see for yourself.
You sick bastard.
You guys can make that call for yourself. What she is. If you look at it, Greg.
That's a.
Hold on. I gotta get to the chat.
Let's get naughty.
That's
yeah. That's a naughty
safe.
pussy.
Safe.
Did you punch her in the eye already? Yeah, dang.
Oh,
no,
Matthew.
What? It looks like it's a black eye.
That's like a calico. Yeah, she's kind of calico colored. She's like guinea pig colored.
She's a mix.
She's a North
No,
Carolina.
she's not a tortie, but yeah. Here, hold on.
She's not a calico either.
What about North Kakalaki?
Your mama's not calico, bitch.
That's
Franny
true.
was a calico. She was a
Who the
sassy.
fuck is
little
Franny?
bitch.
That's a tortie. That's a tortie that we just adopted out.
Franny's the one-eyed cat that died.
Oh, I'm sorry. You shouldn't have popped his eye out.
She's not a calico either.
Fucking Matthew.
What? What?
That's
Hey, dude, he's not good with animals. I don't care what anybody says.
She
Robert
got
D is not good with
cancer.
animals.
I had her eye surgically removed
That's
because
the guy
she had
who owns
cancer.
a cross-eyed pug.
Ooh.
Cross-eyed pug.
I clicked the link
Gator
and I
will
just
whoop
got
your
a bunch of-
ass, Oscar. Gator will
Fucking
fucking.
feed
He will
Gator.
gnaw you. He will gnaw on you.
Good now. Like shark cone.
He will whoop that cat's ass. Not
Yeah,
really. My dog's half retarded.
We did clip her nails because her claws were like uber sharp. We give them a little trim,
Uber.
not like we normally did with our other cat. But she's adorable.
I just
My
pictured
dog is not cross-eyed. I'm fixing to post some pictures of my dog. He's not cross-eyed.
I just picture
Is my
like
dog cross-eyed?
five
I
little
don't think so.
scleroses on each paw.
But Lisa just got upset. But Lisa just upset now because he is not cross-eyed.
That's why I think, Oscar, I think yours is a mix between a tortie and a calico. That's
think so?
Yep.
I think yours is a mix with
Look at a
19
calico and look at the tortie, and then you'll notice your cat's like a mix between the
Where's
two.
my picture of
That's
my
a
dog?
vicious.
Who's
it's
the
a-
goddamn professional though? Who's the pet professional?
I don't know. Are you Dr. Doolittle? I think you're Dr. Do Much.
I could be Dr. Doodle.
And it's not cross-eyed.
Well, you only show him one eye at a time. That's
All
a
right.
nice little way to get around it, Mr. Hasbro. That's a cute
So-
dog. What a cute doggy. You should have brought him to New York, Matt.
Yeah, I should have. They can't fly. The pugs are not really.
You put him on the airplane.
They're not supposed to fly. I know you're supposed to put them on the airplane. You strap them on the
Of course
wings.
he can't fly. Where's he got a big slingshot?
Look at that poor inbred
Slingshot.
can't breathe on its own.
You're inbred. You're in Florida. You are the last person to talk about inbred.
I'm from Jersey. I'm from Florida, bitch.
Yeah, you are.
Does he fart a lot? Do pugs fart a lot?
Only if you hug him really
You
tight.
can't.
really
Yeah, if you hug
good.
them tight. No, they. Yeah, he does. I mean, you can't hear them, but you can definitely smell them.
Oh.
Do you
They're
walk
really
your dog,
bad.
Matt, or do you like open up a window and just squeeze him?
Oh, God.
Both.
They let him out the back. That backyard's like a war zone now, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it's got shit infested yards. I'm gonna have Deluxe Fest next summer.
Wait, Matt. If you fart in the same room as Gator, is it cause like a fartnado?
Sometimes. It's like a gas. It's like a.
Wait, wouldn't that be
it's like
like
Corona.
wouldn't that be like an El Nino?
Yeah.
That's
It's
how
worse.
the
It's worse than
coronavirus
Corona.
started.
Yeah, it's worse than coronavirus.
Oh, I saw this motherfucker. I saw this motherfucker in Target with a big ass bag of limes. He had like 20 limes. I was like, motherfucker, away from me.
Oh,
He's got the coronavirus.
Hey, Greg, have you found Earthrise stuff on Target or anything around there yet?
No, I did just look. I did find a complete set of the Fantastic Four, but I don't collect Fantastic Four. But I did find a complete set.
Oh, the Marvel Legends? Okay. Yeah.
And what else did I see new? I saw both retro cloth Pennywises from NECA.
Those things don't look that good.
I feel like I saw something else, and I don't remember, so it must not have been that great. I saw another new figure, but it was one that I don't care about. And I saw like 70 guys there. No, I haven't seen Pinhead yet. You got Bob Ross in there, but I'm trying to find I'm trying to find a decent one.
Okay. Is Bob Ross NECA? Is that a NECA one?
Yeah, it's a retro cloth, but it comes with. I actually figured out which episode it is too, but it comes with all of the stuff and its palette and painting, and I found the episode. I've got it saved. Like I've got it marked on Hulu, in my collection or whatever it's called on Hulu. But yeah, like you look at it, you can see like the palette looks the exact same. Like you can find the scene that it's based on. Like you can pause it right there, and it looks. The painting's the exact same progression, the paint on the palette, everything. I mean, like where it's like mixed and whatnot, it looks it's spot on.
That's cool. How much is it?
Like Bob Ross. How much? $32.99 probably. I think that's about what those run.
I think I may pick them up.
Oscar, have you ever owned a cat?
Yeah.
Have you ever gotten a laser pointer?
I have, yeah. Mimi, the one we currently have, is not a fan of it. I know we have one around here somewhere. Once I find it, I'm going to see if Zelda would like to play with it.
You have two? You have a cat already? You have two cats now?
Yeah, we have two.
Wait a minute. Did you just put them in the same room together?
Yeah.
And Mimi didn't attack Zelda?
She's just growling right now, hissing. She's over
They're never going to get along.
Exactly.
They're so
yeah, I'll do that for a little bit.
Whatever you do not make the mistake of picking both up at the same time to get them to know each other better.
No.
No. It never works out, and you end
It'll
up
work
bleeding.
out. It will work out this time, definitely. It will.
We had.
Is that what you said before? You smashed your dog's face in with a brick and cross-eyed him?
I will smash your face in. Well, I'm coming to BAWTKAHN now just to smash your face in.
You mean TFCon?
Well, whatever. Me and Gator coming down, and we're gonna whoop that ass. You and your cat's ass.
I don't support Nazis like you and Gator did.
It's fine, whatever.
It's fine, I don't care.
He was battling in Normandy. He was storming the beaches. Gator was
looking for a place to shit, but it's so hard because it's
he was looking for a place to shit or piss. He pisses everywhere, man.
Then eat his own shit. Go down, got a tootsie butt.
That's all right.
We had two puppy classes at the store tonight, back to back, and I didn't see a single fucking spill.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Just get an air horn, see what happens. No, don't do that.
No, that's step 3 if there's a dog fight. That's the last resort, choosing an air horn.
Really?
Yeah, that's actually, I had to watch a stupid refresher video about it, like, because it's just, yeah, it's corporate bullshit.
So
but,
let me ask Greg this question to you. When you got hired during orientation, did they make you watch the shooter video?
Yeah, I was like, hey, that's Oscar.
My favorite line of that is, if someone falls behind, don't help them.
Heck no.
Keep running.
You trip somebody. Somebody.
It was like last resort, fight back, move with purpose. And it was like find something to use as a weapon, and they're like picking up fucking like those stakes like you use to leash your dog outside, like they're like fucking, it's like Thunderdome. All of a sudden, it's PetSmart employees holding them like fucking size and shit.
Nice.
Pick up a cat, throw it at him. Launch the hams. Launch those nasty fucking gerbils.
Oh, those gerbils are cute.
Yo,
Guy
no,
goes,
they're not.
"Stop, what?"
Gerbils are nasty.
Grab a little gecko and just start slinging.
We sold I sold a couple of tree frogs today.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, a couple tree frogs, bearded dragon.
Oh wow!
I sold my soul.
Sold some savage dragon.
Ooh, savage dragon. I guess we got.
That's what I call my dick.
We're gonna wrap it. I think that's all the questions we have. If anybody else wants to send in questions, go ahead, send them to us.
I got a
try
question.
To get to them.
Where do you get off?
Where the fuck do you get off? Oh, ask me if I got anything.
What'd you get?
Hey, it is what it is, man.
Oh, damn.
What'd you say?
What'd you get,
That's
Greg?
been the thing all day.
What'd you
all
say,
night,
son?
Dude. God damn
That's our inside joke.
So if you ever have any questions for us here at Shatteredcast, send us an email at shatteredcastonline@gmail.com.
If you don't.
What did Greg get? Actually, what'd you get?
What did you get, Greg?
I got MMC and Cursus.
Which
Which one's that?
Onslaught.
Onslaught, okay. Yep,
Oh,
that was the
wow.
right name.
That's the baby killer.
Nice.
Wow.
Swing that thing in a daycare, and you're doing life.
That's pretty good. You have all of them so far, right? The 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be my team. It may be my combined mode. I mean, it's pretty clever, but it's only got one leg and one arm right now, so it is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
All right. Go on, Oscar. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's fine. So
Yeah, fuck me, Oscar.
Great,
hey,
man.
well, you showed up the last 10 minutes, all right? We stretched it out.
What do you expect?
Yeah, motherfuckers got to work. You know what I mean? Got to pay the bills.
It is what it is.
Got to put food on the table.
It is
Tell
what
him,
it
Matthew.
is.
Tell him,
No,
Matthew.
I can't be shaking my dick for dollar bills the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
Hey, Oscar.
Huh.
Spell socks.
SOCKS.
It is what it is. En Espanol.
Oh, my God. All right. So
That was a good show.
if you have any questions for us, be sure to email us at shatteredcastonline@gmail.com. Be sure to check out our Facebook at facebook.com/shatteredcast. And make sure to check out T2RX6 on YouTube, as well as our good friend Deluxe. He's on YouTube, TransFam32. Hi.
Hi.
Be sure to check out my channel, Oscar and J-Boy, OSEARNJBOY. Shout out to Collector75 for being my newest subscriber.
That's a good day.
On the YouTube saddle, especially with, be on the lookout. We're going to be uploading a behind the scenes of making an episode of Ask Whirl. First part is character design. So, again, big thanks to Josh Fisher from Masterpiece Shitpiece Podcast.
You're
one-legged man himself. Huh?
You're welcome. El taxista tiene dos narices. Yo
Shut
tengo
the
que
fuck up,
pagarle dos
racist
veces.
bastard. So big shout out to Mr. Josh Fisher again for the OBS studio link. The thing's working beautifully, dude. I'm going to be really happy with it. So on behalf of me, on behalf of me and every other member here at Shattercast Uncut, we want you to please collect responsibly for the sake of Primus. Make sure you tell the ones that you love them. The ones that you hate, you still love them, and that's why they love to hate you. And as always, be good to yourselves. And
White flowers.
Shut the fuck up, farts.
Man, you got some skid marks.
It is what it is, Robert.
Yeah.
Are you guys jumping off the call?